Today, I will be discussing some of my favorite emo songs. I have, I believe, 41 songs to go through, and I will be ranking them on a tier list. The tier list does go from how scared I am. Well, I have put together a very handy dandy slideshow here. So let's let's talk. Do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. Crazy bar. I won't lie, that one definitely caught me off guard. This is kind of classic because you have the slut shaming of women, but then admitting that you're also making out with random people. Um, so you're allowed to do that, but the woman isn't. That's kind of a classic. Believe me, by the end of this is gonna get old. I'm gonna put this in texting the group chat. I don't think that it's that crazy. I'm a little bit uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie to you. We have a lot of Pierce the Veil slides coming up, by the way, so get used to seeing their name. The reason I include this is because she's mine and you stay away from her, and then saying in the same song that she's pretending like she isn't interested, but she really is. Maybe she's just not interested. Maybe someone who's pretending that you don't entice them, that doesn't really feel like mine behavior. That kind of feels like a woman existing. Like I've seen you circling the sky above my head. Is she just around? Because that really doesn't mean much. You're a weirdo. This one's just weirdo behavior. If someone DM'd this to me, I would just delete it. Not to say that this isn't crazy, like this is definitely weirdo behavior, but like, would I do anything with it? Probably not. This is crazy because we're like 2 seconds in and we're already like, you're really good in bed. We get into kind of the degradation of this woman, making her crawl on her hands and knees, which is always cool and always awesome. And I love when we just treat women like they will just do whatever you want because they're not people. And now this is where we start to get into murderous intent because but there's a beast in my heart and he won't let you leave alive. Wow. See what I mean when I told you this was gonna get crazy? Okay, murderous intent. I'm gonna go out on like a crazy limb right now. I'm gonna say that's not normal. I think that saying that there's a beast inside of you that won't let me leave alive, I'm calling the cops for sure. I'm tempted to put it into taking you to court, but I think I'm gonna go with police because just believe me when I tell you that it gets worse. And unfortunately, not all of these can be an S tier. They probably should be, but that would be a little less fun. So just stay with me here. We'll get there. If we go to the very bottom, but I can hear you drag behind my car by your broken legs, we already kind of have like we want harm to be done to this woman that we're singing about. And then we have the classic possession, I'm the one who made you, if your lungs are mine. But then we also have like you're mine, but you also suck. Like, what would you do without my perfect company? Your undressed spine. Like, I am possessive of you. No one else can have you, but that doesn't mean that you're like anything special. You're just a fucking loser. And of course, that I'll be the one who brings you down. Very similar to the previous song. I'm a little bit scared. We have some harm. We don't have murderous intent, but it does feel kind of too close for comfort. I'm gonna go with police. You know, it's not murderous intent, but there is some serious weird possession going on that like I'm not a fan of. I'm gonna take the bullet for you. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. Kind of a weird daydream to be like, I'm gonna save my girlfriend and it's gonna be epic. With that being said, I am only gonna put this in weirdo behavior because it's not normal. It's definitely not normal behavior, okay? What a weird hypothetical to contemplate. Just being like, I want to get into a relationship, but that's it. I want it to end. Yeah, I want to be together with you so bad, and then I want it to be toxic for the both of us. What an insane want to have. I have a million different girls that hide under my bed, and when I let them out, they treat me right. I don't even have words. What does, like, if that's a metaphor for something, you lost me. I think that you're weird. Smash or pass, I'm I'm calling the cops, I fear. Calling someone a selfish machine, but then assuming that they're only calling you because you're so hot they want to have sex with you, weird assumption. Look in a mirror. The sky under the sea, maybe you should look at your reflection in that sea, brother. You are not gonna like what you see. Little pun there for the audience. Um, I'm gonna say I'm calling the group chat. That one definitely did make me uncomfortable. I want to make fun of you, and I need to call someone to make fun of you with. This is kind of pick me energy, where it's like, this guy that you're with, he sucks, and you should be with a nice guy like me. You should listen to me and be with me instead, because wouldn't that be so much better if you were with me and not with this other guy who's bad because I said so, and I have no other reason to say that other than I want to be with you and he's with you. So what if we dated instead? Not much else to say about that. The song is called Emo, but it's really not anything. I'm putting it in an F tier. This one's crazy because what if you just took no for an answer? It seems like she's very uninterested, and he has tried to convince her multiple times that she is interested, and she's just kind of setting that boundary. Um, which is pathetic behavior. I'm glad that we're self-aware here. I know I'm pathetic, a loser, a bum, what she called me when I drove her home. I think you were onto something. When you said that, we were like so close to like recognizing that our actions were weird. This one I'm gonna put in texting the group chat. We're getting into the point where it's like, I've said no. I don't know what else I can say to this guy. So I'm texting the group chat. I'm seeing if they have any advice. The She's So Cool gonna sneak in through her window. I'm gonna assume that she knows that you're sneaking in and that you're sneaking in because she's in the room and she has allowed that to happen. Maybe just stop waiting for her to call. Maybe stop waiting for another chance. I think it would be better for everyone involved if you just were not the way that you were. With that being said, I'm just going to go in the weirdo category. At least he's not reaching out to her. He's just waiting for her to reach out to him. I know the bar is on the floor here, so we're just going to put it in F tier and we're going to call it quits. Just like he should have. Am I right? Dressing your girlfriend in your ex-girlfriend's clothes, you are a weirdo. F tier. At least she doesn't know. You have weak wrists, but I'll keep you. What a weird thing to point out about someone that they have weak wrists. And I don't think that I'm going too far when I say that it's because people with weak wrists can't get away easily. And of course, there's still blood in your hair. I've got the bruise of the year. Okay, well, that's not good. It is too bad that she's married to you. So we do have some self-awareness here. It is really too bad that she's married to someone who is making her have blood in her hair and that she has to fight back because of the abuse that she's facing. Also, saying that you hate someone's tattoos that you're dating, or I think dating, maybe this is just a song about kidnapping. The fact that I'm debating whether or not this is a romantic relationship or a kidnapping song should be telling. Be taking you to court category. If I have blood in my hair and I'm giving you bruises and I really don't like fighting, I want a restraining order. I want you to go to prison. Saying that your girlfriend is a bitch, but you're with her because she's hot is crazy enough. But having a crush on your shrink, and that's the only reason you're going to therapy, maybe instead of focusing on how hot your shrink is, you should take what she's saying to heart. I'm a psychology major. The fact that we're hitting on a shrink is rough. If I figured out that my client was only going to me because he thought I was hot, I am taking him to court. We have a lot of mixed emotions here. Sugar Plum, Mojo top worst pet names. Anyway, I'm not bitter. You just suck. Filthy creature. I'm not dumb. I get the point of the song is that it's like the back and forth, like the juxtaposition of like the bad and the good. I don't care. Don't write a juxtaposition like this. This is a horrible thing to say about someone you love. I'm gonna put this in the shaking, crying, throwing up. There was no murderous intent, but honestly, that would have made this easier to swallow. Yeah, this is kind of where it gets bad. This is kind of like emo by Blink 182, but like murderous and violent, where it's like, you're with him, you should be with me instead, and I will let you know that by crying and breaking into your room and smelling your bed sheets because they smell like you and hide underneath your bed so that I can touch your skin. If you told me that this was Ted Bundy's diary, I'd be like, hmm, yeah. Be creeping through the curtains, slowly exploring the room where you sleep, crying in order to like guilt trip her into liking you, saying that you're all that she has when she's clearly in a relationship with somebody else, and saying that you would kidnap her if you could. I don't even know what to say. Get help, please. I'm putting this in changing my identity. If you break into my room and say you wanted a taste of my skin, and that's why you were hiding underneath my bed, I'm going to Europe forever. I'm doing a forever vacation in a foreign country. If things are broken, maybe you should leave the relationship. Please stay forever with me. No. Think I'm gonna put this in the shaking, crying, throwing up category. This just doesn't feel like a good relationship on either side. TBH, be real. So we have the classic ex-boyfriend being like, I loved you, but you're a piece of shit, and I always knew that all along. Which is weird because why did you date her? Basically wants the worst for her in her next relationship. What if we just moved on? If you want someone's future relationship to go down the gutter, you should talk to somebody like a mental health professional, perhaps. I'm either calling or texting. I think I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call the group chat and be like, why is my ex obsessed with me? He's being a freak. I don't have any words. I read a paper that was trying to argue that this song was like deeply sentimental and emotional because it's Well, I Trip Over Everything You Say. Just because we talk about some romantic language here does not make the entire song suddenly fine. I think that maybe we should take this line into consideration in saying that perhaps we are abusing this woman, but saying that it's because we love her. Do you see what I'm saying? Just because there's a romantic line doesn't mean that this is romance. This is abusive and weird. Honestly, the song has become a Roman Empire for me. I'm gonna go with taking you to court. I want a restraining order. I'm gonna make sure that you are always too far from me. Honest to God. Wishing that she would die by plugging in this guy's radio and electrocuting herself in the bathtub. You know, that classic murderous intent that all the girls swoon over. Also, yeah, I need to include this. Shaking like a dog shit in razor blades is the first line. That is the first line in the song. That's the first bar. Yeah. I'm gonna go with police. You need intervention. Once a whore, you're always a whore, and you're like every other girl. And it's so weird because like once a whore, you're nothing more is such a horrible thing to say, but like in relation to these other songs talking about sneaking through this girl's window and hiding under her bed, like hate to say it, but like been there, done that, seen this before. Paramore, sorry, you're normal, too normal. So I need to get a drink. Not alcoholic. Sorry, I just needed that. It's like a weird objectification where you're like, is she a part of the game? Like a game piece? Like the little piece of plastic you move around? Saying she's a work of art, again, like objectifying in this weird way where we're like, she means a lot to me. Like, man, am I proud of myself on this one? But also this one is like very much, this is just an object? Oh, like, why are all like I know that I created this list, but there's so much murder or like killing, and it's like, can't you guys just be happy and want your girlfriend to live? It's becoming an increasingly hard ask. I'm gonna go with changing my identity. It made me have to break out of LaCroix, which is saying a lot. So, why, like, is breaking and entering a pastime for people? Because why is it so common here? I'm watching you two from the closet, wishing to be the friction in your jeans. Isn't it messed up how I'm just dying to be him? Yeah. Glad we're on the same page. It is messed up how you're dying to be him. And then you have the gall to say you're just a line in a song. She's the whole damn song, brother. Get real. Breaking and entering, watching me essentially like dry hump my boyfriend and wanting to be the friction. Yeah, I'm taking into account I'm getting a restraining order. Can we go to therapy? All this time you spent making sure your fingerprints on the glass, what if you like got a self-help book instead? Go to Barnes and Noble and get a fucking self-help book and make the world a better place. You're sleeping around to cope, and it seems like she has also found someone, but it's only a problem when she's found someone, not when you're sleeping with like a million other women. Do you see what I'm saying here? I'm just texting the group chat. You're a weirdo. I want them to all make fun of you. I'm just gonna send a screenshot of your text and be like, this guy sucks for real. Okay, so we have more kidnapping imagery. And by imagery, I mean just straight up saying it. Help yourself, I hope you choke and die. Can we stop wanting people dead? Is that too much to ask? Have you ever considered that maybe you're the issue here? Because if you're assuming that this girl's dream vacation is being kidnapped by you, and then saying that she's hollow and that you hope she chokes and dies, consider the following. What if you're the problem? Oh, God. I'm calling the group chat. She has said she knows that they're different, but she wants it to work out. She wants this relationship to do well. And in response to that, want for the relationship to succeed, he's like, what if you died and I choked you and I wanted you dead in my hands and I wanted it to be my fault? I deserve better than this. What? I think she deserves better than this. I think that she needs to get out. You don't deserve shit. You deserve police. Oh God. We've moved on to My Chemical Romance. She wants it to work out. She's investing time. She's crying. She wants this relationship to end well. In response, she is accused of wanting to fuck his friends. Why is there so much hate and spite towards someone who just wanted the relationship to do well? That should have been both of your goals, I fear. I'm just gonna put this in the weirdo category. It's just like, you're just stupid. There's nothing else to say. Violence, wanting to perform violent acts on your fiance and killing her in the back alley for reasons unknown. When you just want to kill the person that you proposed to? Like, I want to marry you, but uh don't tell me you want to marry me back. Because I'll kill you in the back alley with my own two hands. Drowning lessons is getting a changing my identity. This one is kind of uncertain about whether or not this is a romantic song or it's a song about capitalism. Like, is it about the healthcare system or is it about a woman? And the fact that I'm kind of uncertain makes me want to put this in F tier. It's kind of the perfect middle ground, not in a good way. There's no really murderous intent or violence, but there's so much anger and spite. This idea that, like, you were so perfect and you screwed me over, so I hope you die. And it's a beautiful representation of the feeling towards women in emo music. And for that, I'm putting that in shaking, crying, throwing up. I definitely would put it in calling the group chat. However, it does have a line about stomach acid. So I'm going to put that in throwing up because I think it's funny and I'm the one making the tier list. All I'm going to do is read these two lines. Why do we keep repeating when we know this is unhealthy? That is a great question. Let me know when you have the answer. Texting the group chat. Playing Russian roulette because of a girl named Juliet here. Wanting her dead, wanting to kill her yourself. But also like mentioning her silhouette is like so odd. Like I know it rhymes with roulette, but like why are we focused on her physical figure right now still? Gonna be so sexy when you're fucking dead and I kill you after I crash my car into your window. That's gonna be so hot. Yeah, this one, I'm changing my identity. That's gonna be a no for me, dog. This is a common theme, I fear, but calling someone pretty and then being like, but that's all they are. What is wrong with you? Because there's nothing surgery can do when I break your little heart in two. Number one, like, yeah, I do think it's talking about like, oh, if you actually broke the heart in two, like surgery to repair it. But I also think it's kind of a stab at plastic surgery. Oh, you're so fake, like everything about you isn't real. That's not the insightful commentary you think it is. There's so much to say about cosmetic surgery, and that's the line. I'm gonna call the group chat. You didn't cause the injury, so I guess that's a plus. I'm not physically hurt, but saying if I got hurt, you would be laughing. Yeah, I'm definitely like calling the group chat, and I'm also probably calling like an ambulance just in case. I'll get you alcohol so you'll want to stay around. I'm not good enough for you, but like you're still with me. Like we've kind of been over this in the other two songs where it's like weird pick me energy, but like if not for you, I know I'd tear this place to the ground. If the love of your life in this song is the only thing that's stopping you from hurting others. Uh-oh. Honestly, in comparison to the other songs, it's kind of flattering how much this girl means to him, which is a disgusting thing to say. But we're still talking about killing a bunch of people, so I will be calling the cops. Okay, this one, I don't even like. Do I need to know, hold on. I love it that you're so creepy. Again, it's kind of giving like the one where it was like, "You're awful, I love you." Treats all the boys like she don't need them. Perhaps she doesn't. Maybe she treats all the boys like that because she actually doesn't need them. Who drinks in the AM, fucks in the PM. Fucks in the PM? I don't know how to break it to you, but the majority of people fuck in the PM. That is not the bar you thought it was. Why did you add that in? It's just it's boring, sorry. I was told to stay away those two words I can't obey. Already, already, this is a triple S tier because the restraining order did not work. My hope for humanity is dwindling. I said it was triple S tier and I meant it. There it goes. You do favors, then rapidly you just turn around to start asking me about things that you want back from me. Like, yeah, that's how a relationship works. You know how it's like a back and forth where like you give something, the other person gives something. Me, this reads very much as like my girlfriend won't shut up and asking me to do household chores. Dude, I'm sick of you acting like I owe you this. I'm putting this in the shaking, crying, throwing up. You know what? I would probably have to be the one to clean it up too. This level set you free, and now death has come to claim your beautiful remains. Is this about fucking a dead person? I don't know. You never listen. Classic. You know who else doesn't listen? A dead person. I have my theories. It's a crime. You're not allowed to do that. So, if I had common sense, I'd cut myself or curl up and die. And if you could be the corpse, I could be the killer. I'm like worried as to how we got here, but I don't even know if I have words to describe this. Saying if this is love, I don't want to be loved, then leave. I'm worried for honestly both parties. I'm taking you to court. I do not want to be the corpse. And until you don't want to be the killer, you will be staying at least 100 feet away from me at all times. I created a bad situation for you, and now you're in it, and now I want you dead, or at least for you to leave. Uncertain as to why there's so much hatred towards someone who was simply doing what you persuaded them into doing, saying that it's her fault for digging herself into the mess that you made when she didn't know the truth before. Like, why are we so set on making this her fault? So much violence and hatred towards this woman for doing what you wanted. Like, you have to pick a story. I'm taking you to court. No regrets. Someone will wait to abuse her, calling her a little girl, slut shaming her, and saying she's gonna get sexually transmitted diseases. We really got a doozy. This is a banger to end off on. Saying that she's gonna get STDs and also that someone wants to abuse her. What a horrible thing to say about somebody. I know that you hate her, but this is like inhumane. I'm changing my identity. If someone said that someone was waiting to abuse me, yeah, I'm leaving the country ASAP. Here's my finished tier list. We didn't exactly hit the bell curve, but it's well rounded. Have a good day, make a therapy appointment, and forgive your exes. Thank you so much for watching.